We're live!
There we go.
Hi, I was just leaning it back a bit because it was a bit near. Hi everyone, hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
Together we are
Those vegan guys.
Normally today, in our sequence of lives, which reset recently because they had to, I'm a drag queen, by the way. Gemini of the Vegan Queens. We've been very busy of late, so a few lives have had to change. So normally today it would have been a live in the kitchen at 3 o'clock this afternoon cooking something, and then tomorrow normally there would have been an allotment vlog, but both of those things have compromised this week. But we still wanted to chat to you guys because there's, you know, things to talk about.
We wanted to connect with the community. We wanted to do this, read yous all, connect with yous, catch up, update, all that stuff, answer any questions you might have
a general chat.
Yeah, but it is a chilled one in the lounge, as you've probably gathered.
It is. Got a little coffee here after dinner. Oh, I noticed, by the way, that everyone was talking about dinner before.
Yes.
So I'm going to tell you what we had. I don't know if any of you have seen the post that I shared in. Don't miss out, by the way, guys. Don't miss out on the community tab because I post there sometimes.
Yes.
So today we harvested this plethora of stuff from the allotment. That's 2 boxes of plums, a load of courgettes, a load of tomatoes, a load of beetroot, and a load of carrot. So tonight we had carrot, beetroot, potato, sweet potato, courgette, onion, and beetroot roasted in bite-sized pieces on wraps, sprinkled with cheese after it was roasted. I did all the hard veg first, and then I did the courgettes, and then I did the tomatoes last for only about 10 minutes, the tomatoes, just to soften slightly. Sprinkled some cheese on when it was all roasted, had it in wraps with peanut chili sauce, a variation of our roasted veg wraps, which are a recipe on the channel. Fabulous. And even better because most of it we grew ourselves.
It's just amazing. I mean, we were harping on about it last year. We're probably going to harp on about it at least for a little bit longer this year, because the allotment, our plot 25, is giving us stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Paul did a little short earlier on, which you uploaded from the allotment.
That was before I'd harvested any beetroots or carrots.
It was.
That was just with the courgettes, the plums, and the tomatoes on the table.
There's a little fly that's decided to join us on the live this evening. So if you do see the fly flying around,
Fiona,
do say hi to Fiona the fly. I think I could be mistaken, but I'll give you credit anyway, Angela. I think it was Angela that prompted the food conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Angela had curry rice, Japanese style. Freddie has had veg and tofu in peanut sauce with brown rice.
Nice.
And he's now having some dark chocolate and a cuppa.
Do you know, very similar, darling. I'm having a dark chocolate mint from the Tesco and a nice cup of coffee. Oh, did you all see our Tesco vlog on Friday? We decided we're not, well, we haven't done a shopping vlog in Karen, the new car.
Yes.
Like a, you know, proper big one.
Yeah.
And we had we kind of decided on Friday because it started quite lousy weather-wise, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a weird one.
It rained, and we said, right, we're not doing the allotment today. We're just going to have a chilled day because on Saturday we knew that Bolton Pride was on and the Vegan Queens were booked. So yeah, so I was like, Jay, I've got £5.50 vouchers from Tesco. Should we do a vlog? They were like, why not? So I hope you enjoyed it.
I'm really glad we did it.
It was
actually
quite a good in-depth one.
It was, yeah. And for those who have seen the Tesco's vlog, without giving too much away to those who haven't, but for those who have seen it, the one thing I will say is to reiterate, we're very surprised, particularly going to our Tesco Extra, just how, you know, the plethora of stuff that they've got, to coin the term. Just going back to what we were chatting about before, Animals Are Innocent had M&S vegan chicken Kiev with a beetroot salad. Lovely. And Bain had a vegan burger, beetroot sesame bun with chips, now a cup of tea to help digest. Sounds like you've all been having lovely food this evening. And we thoroughly enjoyed ours as well. Yes. So I'm just going to scroll down. The chat is thick and fast as always. We've already got 82 in the house. Thank you to those who have already given the live stream a thumbs up. That is greatly appreciated. And if you haven't, please consider doing so.
That was perfect after such a lush dinner.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Cheers. It does genuinely help. Helps get the down-to-earth vegan message out there to more people on the YouTubes. Scroll down a little bit. So yeah, welcome one and all to our chilled living room this evening.
Oh, quite a few things to share with you. So Saturday morning, in fact, do you know what I'm going to do first? If you don't mind, I'm going to share a work-related story.
You're going to start with a little story?
Yeah, because it was a nice. This happened like over a week ago. And I came home, told Jason all about it, and I told Stuart about it. And then I thought, today I haven't told you guys about it yet. It was a very strange thing that happened, but there's a reason for it. So I'm with one of the people that I support in Oldham. And in my hometown, there's a lot of people say hello to me. And I'll be very honest, I don't know who everybody is. I don't remember. But I always say hello. So the person I was with supporting said to me, do you know everybody? And I said, I really don't. Honestly, I don't. But a lot of people know me. Anyway, we sat in the bus station and we're a seat apart. There's a seat between us waiting for the bus to come. And this old fella comes up and says, do you mind if I sit down? And we said, oh, no, not at all. So we carried on chatting. And this fella got drawn into the conversation. Suddenly we were talking about veganism. He'd said something about, I couldn't be a vegan. Just out of nowhere, it hadn't been mentioned in the conversation. And then I said, I'm vegan. And he went, oh, you're not, are you? And I said, don't say it like that. Yes, I am. I've been a vegan for 8 years and like, I'm really happy. And the food I eat is delicious. And I'm having a much smaller impact on animals and the world than you are. So don't say it in a negative way. And it was I only reacted that way because he was like, well, what do you eat? So I said, do you only eat eggs, meat, and things made from dairy? And he said, no, do I egg? And I said, well, there you go. I eat everything but those things. And I eat things that look and taste like those things, but have caused no impact. Oh, right. Okay. Anyway, so this conversation ended lovely. Then the bus comes. So we get up to get on the bus. The person that I support is now 3 people behind me. That's fine. He's very polite, so he wouldn't say I'm with him. You know what I mean? And I sang something. You know me. I sang something. And the young girl, I say young girl, in her 20s, stood in front of me, kind of just looked like that slightly. And I said, I'm sorry, I have a tendency to just burst into song randomly for no reason. And she turned around a bit more then and went, it's all right. And she was crying. So I said, are you okay? And she turned around and went, yeah. So I put my hand on her shoulder. I said, are you sure you're okay? It frightens me doing stuff like that these days, but she was obviously receptive. Anyway, I won't tell you the whole details of the conversation, but we had a big conversation. She just split up with somebody. While I'm chatting with her, there's a guy here says, oh, I've just split up with my girlfriend and found out she was cheating on me. So I just said, oh, mate, I'm really sorry to hear that, but I'm in a conversation. So I finished the conversation with the girl and I ended it by saying, you don't ever let anybody control you. You don't ever let anybody tell you who you can hang around with. If you're having to send pictures to prove where you are and who you're with, that's not a relationship. That's control, and you're worth better, sweetheart. And she gave me a hug and said, thank you so much. And I said, hey, look, I've been with the one I love for 25 years. When you meet him, you'll know. And it ended beautifully. I get on the bus. Don't forget my support is 3 behind me. I get on the bus, I sit down near the window. I've got my seat ready for the person I support. The guy that was outside a minute ago come and sat next to me. That's her on his phone. That's her, and that's who she's seeing now. And I went, oh, mate, I'm so sorry. Look, I'm not being rude, but you can only sit here until that guy that I was with comes up, because I'm his support worker and he'll want to sit with me. All right, yeah, so, and tells me a bit more and waits until the person that I support, I'm not using names obviously, gets right next to us and then says, cheers, mate, and gets up, and then the guy that I'm supporting, who's wonderful, sits back down and he said, see, you do know everybody. And I said, I really don't. I'm just, and here's the key, I'm very open right now. Sometimes I'm really closed off and I'm aware of that. And if I've ever come across that way, I'm really sorry about that, because that's not who I want to be. Sometimes that's self-preservation. But right now, doing this beautiful job that I love so much I'm wide open, and I can feel and hear and see. And if there is something that I feel I can help with or have a conversation about, I will do. And I'll end that with every single Vegan Queen show, we've done since the beginning of June, I've said a variation of climate change is wrecking our planet right now, and there is an undeniable link between climate change and animal agriculture, factory farming. Plus, it's cruel. I don't always say that, but I always say, please, just one vegan meal a week, then 2. See how it goes.
You always plant that seed, don't you?
Always.
Yeah.
Well, Gemini does, and I'm really proud of her for that.
Yeah.
And then she gets on and parties.
Dare I say as well,
it has to be activism.
As somebody who kind of predominantly stands with the audience when the vegan queens are doing the thing, when Gemini says that little bit that she always says, it's generally very well received. It has been very well received this year.
It's always had a good round of applause. And then we get straight into the show, you see, but then that seed has been planted, and particularly in young minds who don't necessarily think that they have a right to think about that, because young people are told you'll get what you're given, you'll eat what you're given, and they don't realize that they actually do have a choice.
Absolutely.
About that, you know.
Going back to what you were saying before, I would say, and I can own this, I'm less like Paul in that respect. I am consciously less open to people, particularly in the general public space. I'm generally less open to people, but I am still very observant. I'm very aware. And I think, you know, if I did come across, I think most days, if I was in the right frame of mind, I think if I came across somebody who was upset or was in distress, I think I probably would ask them if they were okay and try and help them out or have a word.
Yeah, I think it's a natural reaction when you see somebody upset and they're right next to you. It would be rude to ignore it.
Yeah. So that, it's a nice story, isn't it? It's a nice story about just being open.
Yeah, it's about me, you know, remembering who I am. Because bad experiences like, you know, the job before this one and that bit, even that big gap in between that job and this job, they can be quite self-destructive. I think self-preservation can sometimes turn into self-destruction without you realizing it.
Yeah. Interesting.
You believe that you're just protecting yourself, and no, I need to be guarded from the world, and I think it can be quite damaging. And I need, because of the way that the news and everything in the world is at the moment. I don't know if you saw, by the way, I shared a video from Yes Theory on the community page before, 7 days in Syria. Please watch it.
That's how we started our day today.
How those guys go about telling the world stories that the world can't seem to tell, I do not know, but they do, and it's beautiful. I need to believe, I need, at the absolute core of me, in the soul of me, in the depths of me, I need to believe that there are more good people in this world than bad. And those moments where people are open to you, having an exchange with them, I need them. They're like food for me. And that's just one day. These kinds of things happen because I'm open. I'll sit on a bench and just say to someone, yeah, I hope it doesn't rain today. And suddenly we're having a conversation and they're sharing something really personal with me, and I'm seeing them, and I'm hearing them, and I'm acknowledging them, and we see each other, and it's beautiful. There you go. Paul's back. Deal with bitches.
Yeah, whereas for me, it often, or at least sometimes, feels like I'm kind of chartering a course on an ever-changing sea, day to day. So some days it'll be nice and calm and everything's fine, and other days there's crashing waves, and I'm like, I'm steering well clear of as many people as I can today.
The Oracle of Whimsy has
Whimsy
given us a beautiful super chat, and thank you. I don't know what you're thanking us for. We should be thanking you for a beautiful bowing pear. Pear? Yes, a pear.
Yes.
Quite a fancy coloured pear too. And a beautiful super chat. Thank you, my darling.
Thank you
very, very much.
Greatly appreciated.
The Oracle of Whimsy does incredible live chats with a huge amount of people, by the way. You should pop along and check out her channel. And of course, as I always say, you should pop along and check out my youngest drag daughter, Angharad, who's always the first in the chat. We're meeting again soon. We're just figuring out where.
Just figuring it all out. I'm also just going to take a minute. Well, I'll take a minute to thank Sasha for popping in earlier, right near the start. And he probably isn't here now, but he might watch it back later.
And if you do, sweetheart, always lovely to read you,
yes,
but never any expectations. We know you're very busy, as are we now.
Whilst I am talking about people just in general, I have to give a massive shout out to Adam, because Adam is back in the house. I'm just trying to catch up on Adam's chat as we're scrolling.
All of that start a new account though. We couldn't figure out what to go. Well, no, we could. I'd gone to his channel and it said unblock this user, and so I unblocked this user. User now unblocked. Refresh. Unblock this user. It was like, what?
Broke.
What?
We all collectively broke YouTube momentarily.
That's crazy.
But Adam, I'm glad that you've fixed it and sorted it out, and I'm glad that you're back here with us all, because it just wouldn't be the same without you, mate. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be the same.
Oh, Caroline, darling, that's just made me a little bit emotional.
Oh, bless. Can I read? Should I read that?
Yeah.
Caroline says, listening to you guys has taught me a lot about vegan food. I'm learning every day. I'm new to vegan food at the age of 69.
Caroline, I'm so bloody proud of you.
I salute you,
I am
Caroline.
so proud of you. Please don't take that in a condescending way. Human to human, I'm so proud of you. Thank you, darling. Thank you. We've got a free ebook, and I'm not being condescending now. An ebook is a computer book. So it's not like a physical thing, but you can still got loads of pages and recipes and ideas and everything. It's called Down to Earth Vegan. You can download it from thoseveganguys.com or from our group on Facebook, That Vegan Group. It's in a pinned comment there. It's completely free. It's full of ideas. And don't forget, on the channel, we've got a simple vegan recipes playlist with well over 100 videos. We've got over 100 shopping videos. And we've got our What Vegans Eat which is not necessarily recipes, but if it's something that we've cooked, we point to the recipe. We give you 7. What?
She downloaded it.
Oh, brilliant. It's 7 meals a week, the kind of things we eat. And I thought our food would have taken a really bad knock because we've been so busy, but it really hasn't. We've been eating beautifully and diversely.
It's been pretty good, other than when there's a Vegan Queen's gig and we just go to carbs. Carbs.
Chip and cheese butty at 11:30.
Yeah. Which we fully...
It's not very often, though, is it?
No, we fully acknowledge that's not the best thing to do. But sometimes, you know, a little bit of what you like, and when it's late.
Oh, Becky, thanks for having a quick chat with me and my family last Sunday at Stockport Pride. Made our day.
Oh,
you 4 lovelies were bloody gorgeous.
Yes, absolutely. It was so lovely. It's always nice to connect, and it's even better when people take us up on the offer of...
I am right,
please
Becky,
come and see us.
There's 4 of you. And Steph's got the allotment recently. Becky, were you the youngest? And then there was Sally. Was Sally the eldest? I might have this completely wrong.
Hey, don't ask
and
me.
If I have, I'm so sorry.
You know what I mean? I made
Steffi,
a right.
Not Sally, Sue.
Made a right mess up of names a few weeks ago when I forgot Vicky's name. You know, how could I forget that? But I did. No more chicken salt for us. I saw the comment, and rightly so. I won't make that mistake again. But yeah, it's
Sheridan's making buckwheat pancakes for freezer.
Nice.
While watching.
Nice.
Thanks, Sheridan. I hope so.
Yes. Mary says, loved your Tesco's video. Wish we had all these options up here. I bet, you know, we get that an awful lot. A lot of our subscribers from other parts of the world, I think they look on some of our shopping vlogs with envy and awe occasionally at what we've got here in England. It is a bit of a postcode lottery for supermarkets.
Liz, that's why I said Sue. I knew it was a short name.
Liz.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
I don't know where I got Stephanie from.
Yeah, sorry, just going back to what I was saying before. Yeah, it's great when people, because we always say, if you see us out in the wild,
please say hello.
Come and say hello. And if you're a huggy kind of person, you know, we'd love to hug you. We'd love to say hi and meet all you lovely folk whenever we get the chance to. So when
don't
people
forget,
actually do,
I know we're on your screen or whatever, but we're just Paul and Jason. Yeah. We've got neighbours on that side and neighbours on that side who we chat to, and we got Spa, and I catch the buzz.
Yeah. As Grub Club will attest to.
Do you know what I mean?
The Grub Club crew will attest to. Yes, definitely. Oh, scroll back up. Ashley. I was going to highlight that so I don't lose it. I would like to see you guys sometime. Tom found those hard drives. Should you want one, you are more than welcome to. Oh, nice one. Nice one, Ashley. If we've missed anything, by the way, as the chat is thick and fast, we've got 126 in the house now on a chilled Friday evening here in the Greater Manchester area. If we've missed anything in the chat, do feel free to copy paste or type it again. If we've missed any questions, a couple of question marks, just like Adam has just done, because they're really easy to spot when you got 3 or 4 question marks in a row.
He says, can I ask a question? Then he makes a statement rather than asking the question about Tim Burton doing an Addams Family spin-off, and he's a bit worried about it. It's going to be crap because he's named after. That's why he's got 2 D's in his name.
Yes.
I worry about everything Tim Burton does, frankly. I was mortified when he did Charlie's Chocolate Factory or whatever, Willy Wonka.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, but he just called it Willy Wonka, didn't he?
I was going to say my answer to your statement, Adam, is he shouldn't go near it with a 10-foot barge pole, and he should learn his lesson. He should learn his lesson from Willy Wonka. He needs to stop it. Is what he needs to do. He really needs to stop it, in my humble opinion. And I do appreciate others may disagree. I don't think Tim Burton's made a good film in quite a long time. In fact, the last good film Tim Burton was probably Big Fish, in my opinion.
Jacqueline Moore, no, it's not Friday evening, it's Sunday evening. We've twisted things around. See, normally we do.
Twisted my head round.
Why did you say it was Friday?
Yeah,
did you?
I said a chilled Friday evening in the Greater Manchester area.
Fridays is ignoring.
there's part of me that wishes it was a Friday evening in some respects.
No, because then I'd be doing Bolton Pride again tomorrow. I'm tired and my throat's sore from all this. I didn't think I was going to be able to sing yesterday because I've been hoarse since Stockport Pride last week. But that was 6 hours of shouting, "Come on, Stockport," you know, and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think Gemini and Miasma, Aka the Vegan Queens, have carved their names in the rock this last couple of months, and really kind of said, "We're here." A bit like Caroline out of Poltergeist when she said, "They're here." Schmettles.
Yeah, I think you have carved a line through the Pride, you know, community in a good way. Carved a path. Sharon says, "Hi, Jason and Paul from Sharon and Mark in Harrogate."
Hello, Sharon and Mark in Harrogate.
Thank you for being here.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Becky says, "Have your feet recovered from last Sunday?" Yeah, just about. And then I wore comfortable, the black boots that I wore at Bolton Pride yesterday, right comfy. I could walk in them for hours and hours and hours. And now I'm wearing my flat shoes, my board shoes, with my tights on way to a gig.
Oh, that's an interesting comment from Angela there. Angela says, "Lovely to see the Vegan Queen's photo with Jade Macaulay, or Jade or Jide Macaulay from the
lovely black guy with the piece.
House of Rainbow. Chat. It's scrolling. House of Rainbow, an inclusive church that began in Hackney."
Angela, would you send him a link to, if you know him, we send him a link to that picture, because it was lovely to meet him. He just basically said, "Can I have my picture taken with you two gorgeous ones?" He was ever so camp. He was lovely.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Really nice. Yeah.
But at that point, I'd gone down to this, we'd done us thing. I'd gone down to this flag shop to get a flag. Do you remember the porgori that we had in a recent meals vlog? The Greek bulgur wheat and vermicelli dish that my friend Sue at Market made me. Well, she said, "We get me a pride flag for my friend." And I said, "Yeah, I will." So I'd gone to this store to get a pride flag, and we were there 25 minutes.
Give or take, yeah.
Because every time one went, someone else said, "Can we have a picture taken?" Of course you can.
Yeah, there was a lot. But it's nice. And there's a lot of young people as well, a lot of families, lots of mums and dads with the kids.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah, a proper family pride, as they all are. All of the local, slightly smaller community prides, always very family oriented, very down to earth. I know that's kind of our, isn't it? You know, it's as they should be. David says, "My partner and I came to veganism 7.5 years ago at 60 and 63 years old. We are examples that it's never too late to change. We have no regrets. We also love this vegan channel. Thank you both."
We love you, David.
That's awesome, David.
And your partner.
Yes, that is brilliant.
Well
yeah,
done.
Definitely. There we go. Here we go. Oh, that's an easy one to answer, but thank you for the question marks. Nice try, because it makes it very easy to spot. Nice try says, "Completely random question. Do you have any interesting backstories to your tattoos?" If you go on to our channel and search our videos,
and search the word tattoos,
we've got a whole vlog dedicated to it.
Yeah, we did it. We kind of sat for an hour in the kitchen one day and got our boobs out and everything. I said, "Look at this one, and I'm an old salt. I'm a young salt. In the Navy, we've been working very hard." That's the song about tattoos. Yes, so we told the story of them all, what they mean to us, why we had them, who did them, on and on.
And Ashley, being the wonderful mod that she is, has already answered that in a nice abbreviated way. They do have a vlog about their tattoos. Thank you, Ashley. Adam says, "I'd love my picture with the vegan queens."
Gemini, pinch your bum.
She probably
Rude
would.
like that.
Yeah, she's pretty disgusting. She's old school in that respect. Do you know what I mean? She needs to, you know, there's only certain things Gemini can get away with these days. And whether Adam would allow that, you know, he might press charges.
Gemini knows how to run.
Oh, Becky says, P.S. Liz has been vegan for 30 years.
Amazing.
That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome.
Liz is the one that was wearing the glasses, right? There's only one wearing glasses. Liz is the one that was wearing the glasses, right? Who said, I love your recipe vlogs, I think.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I think we're actually, I don't think we've missed too much. I'm just going to have a little scrolly back up just to make sure. Becky says, are you doing Didsbury Pride? Is that on now? Is that a goer?
Yes, we are. I'm going to tell a little story about that actually, because well, I'll tell you the reasons why it's important to share the story. So, a lovely friend of ours called Carl put a call out for drag queens who could do story time for a couple of local prides, and I got in touch and said we're available. And we did Downhill Festival in Rochdale recently. It went down really well. We've got 3 great books to read. We do like the Gruffalo, Llama Glamorama, and My Own Special Superhero, I think it's called.
Something like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Lovely books. Anyway, so we chatted to the guy, Michael, lovely guy at Didsbury Pride. Had a little chat. Yes, you booked. Brilliant, lovely. So he shares a post on the Didsbury Pride page. And I posted as the Vegan Queens and said, we're really looking forward to it. And then, and I'll give you her full name as well, Debbie Mead. Don't say shit that you don't want made public. Said, I bet you're looking forward to it. Get a chance to wiggle your dicks in front of all those kids. And I was like,
What?
What? And then another of her friends had written underneath, by the way, these are both lesbians, part of our community. The other one wrote, grooming. Why don't the local councils do anything about this? It's disgusting. And I was like, I've heard of people being like this about drag queen story time, but obviously I've never experienced it. So I snapshotted. You can see what they wrote in full on the Vegan Queens page on Facebook. I snapshotted both of the comments because you're going to say that, I'll make it eternal.
Well, it's a hate crime.
You can't just, yeah. And then I reported them both as hate crimes, and lots of other people did. Lots of other people. Then I'll be honest with you, my asthma and Gemini got a bit nervous, just like because these women are part of the LGBT Alliance, which is notoriously anti-trans, and now it seems anti-drag. So anyway, the comments were removed from Didsbury Pride. Michael assured us that there's going to be security there and said, don't worry, this is 2 people out of hundreds. You know, literally, like 2 people out of hundreds. But the LGBT Alliance, what an absolute vile bunch of hate-filled,
despicable
people that I don't want to say are a part of my community, because they're not. They're not. You want to be part of the hate, you go and join Putin and the right wingers and the morons and the Tories. You go do that, and I'll remain a liberal, open-minded, open-hearted person who wants to give children some joy by reading stories in silly voices with nice costumes on for them. No different than a panto dame. But it was a stark reminder when you fought against homophobia and transphobia as hard as we have, like we did with Pink Triangle Theatre for 10 years. If you're not aware of that, by the way, show 1 is on the channel. Very, very, very powerful piece of work that we wrote with Stuart back 2010 when we launched Pink Triangle Theatre. We did some amazing work around the country. But when you've done all that work and then suddenly you're targeted, you're like, oh, wow, this is what I was fighting against.
Yeah.
This. Exactly this.
Yeah.
So there's that. But are we doing Didsbury Pride? Damn right we're doing Didsbury Pride, and we're going to tell some beautiful stories and have a lovely day.
Because that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. No hate. No time for it. No time for it. Just going back to what we were chatting about before, and thank you for sharing that as well, Babs, because I think it was really important to share that. And thank you to those who were asking about Didsbury Pride. Going back to what we were saying before, highlighted it just to find it. Adam says, I'm covered in tattoos, but only a couple have meaning, and pinch away, I don't mind. Nice. I can scroll down a bit now. I don't think we've missed too much. I think, no, go on, carry on. The Oracle Whimsy, thank you. So glad that Paul and Jason are becoming so successful. Sorry you met a bunch of wingnuts. Yeah, well, unfortunately, we've said this before, you know, and going back to what Paul was saying before as well, the minority, the hateful and bizarre and weird minority often have the loudest voices, unfortunately. And the more of us good souls that stand up against it and just get them to crawl back into the gutter that they came from, the better, because there's no place for them in modern society. There's no place for these backwards thinking people. Without meaning to get too religious all of a second, because I'm sure there's people in the community from all different walks of life, some religious, some not, and that's fine. But recently, Sandy Toksvig had to write to the Archbishop of Canterbury, I think, because in 2022 he's still spouting nonsense that gay people can't get married and that it's a sin and all that stuff. And you know, she was basically saying, "Hey, mate, there's poverty and war going on in the world. I think you need to readdress your priorities and start focusing on more important things." And she's got a very good point. Yes.
Could we get a few more thumbs up so we get to 100 to please Mr. Bromley? He does like it when it reaches 100 thumbs up. And apparently there are 128 of you watching. And as I always say, if you're not enjoying it, why?
Why are you here?
And if you are, give a thumbs up.
Some people just forget sometimes. They're so engrossed in the chat. I know, that's why I remind people as well. Yes. Oh, thanks, everyone. 93. So we are a mere 7 off 100. And when we hit 100 thumbs up, you can't see it. If there was a way that I could attach a camera that could see through my human skin, you'd see my heart and it'd go bubble, 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 bubble. Goes a bit faster for a minute and then goes back to normal again.
Would you get us an alcoholic beverage?
Drinky poos.
Yes, please.
Angie, sorry, I saw your comment before. Thank you for being here. And it's lovely to see you in the chat. And thank you, Becky. Thank you, Angie, for the thumbs up. Becky was saying something before, but it's back in the chat because you were trying to identify who the 4 people were and who was the person who was the vegan for 30 years. And I think Becky said, no, that was my mum, but I could be mistaken because it was quite far back in the chat. And relying on my monkey brain. So yes, drinky poos. Do you want a cocktail? Did you say? Do you want a cocktail? Like cocktail?
Well, if you're having a beer,
I just fancy a beer because it's quite warm this evening.
Mojito.
Okay. And a straw. Fancy straw.
Yes, fancy metal straw, please. Bought for us by the lovely Stuart, I think.
Oh, thank you all for the thumbs up. We are a mere 1 thumb from 100. Somebody has just done a thumbs up and took us to 100. So thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated.
Becky, what's your mum called with the glasses then? Which one's your mum? I know you've said it up there, but I can't be bothered talking up. These mojitos are oh, she was ever so lovely. Mind you were all lovely. These cans are from Iceland. I'm sure they're £1 each. We had one earlier this afternoon, actually, when we got back from the allotment, and it was kind of warm. We decided to have a sandwich for lunch, and Jay said, I might just have a lemon water, and I said, well, I'll have a cocktail. So we had a rhubarb gin and ginger ale. in a little can. It's wind down, isn't it? After busy times. So yeah, work is still going incredibly well. I'm still kind of bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm like, oh, you cheeky bugger. That the universe decided to wait for me to get a job and then give us a plethora of Vegan Queens gigs. So these are the cans from Iceland, authentic cocktail. Where is it? Oh, they're in text. Suitable for vegans. Yep. And most of them are, and they do some unusual ones. They're like, oh, Adam, bless your cotton socks.
Adam, thank you so much for the super chat, and that is awesome. So happy to be here. Love you guys and love the Vegan Queens. Got the whole week off, and I'm jumping out of a plane on Friday. So excited. That is awesome, mate. That is awesome.
What for fun?
I'm assuming for his birthday. Isn't it your birthday next week, Adam? If I'm not mistaken. Oh, but that is so cool. And Adam, thank you so much for your generosity and your support. Seriously.
Adam, private message me your address, please. So I can send you a card.
Not necessarily right this second.
Big 4-0, isn't it?
Is it? Is it?
I think so.
Ah.
Or am I wrong? There. You'll tell me, lad.
Have you aged him? Have you aged him by accident?
I'm sure he's 40.
You might be right. You've got a much better memory, a far better memory than I have. Yeah.
It says the big 4-0.
Yeah.
You make me doubt my own memory constantly.
Well, I just said.
I know, but you make me doubt my own memory constantly because you question me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm quite sure. I rarely say things unless I'm sure. Learn it, boy.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that is a great way to celebrate your birthday, to be perfectly honest. It really is. I'd quite like to do it myself at some point, to be honest. I would.
40 is young, Michael. You're not wrong. But I'm getting to the point now where at 53, I think 50 is young. And no doubt when I get to 55, I'll be like, oh, it's youngness. Oh, this is youngness. Have you seen my legs as Gemini? Still amazing.
It's funny, we were just talking earlier though, weren't we, about, you know, we have to do occasionally, just occasionally, we do acknowledge that we don't necessarily have quite the same energy levels that we had in our 20s. You know, and that's where the balance comes in.
Saturday, for example. I mean, Saturday we were woke up at 7:30 and was doing my makeup by like 8:45. What time did we get home?
On
Saturday. It's about 4.
I think it might have even been a little bit earlier than that.
3:30.
Yeah.
Between 3 and 4. Perhaps. And I was done. Spent.
Yeah.
We only had half an hour on stage. But I was done.
Yeah. But like I said, I think it's cumulative as well, isn't it? Over, you know, the last few weeks.
Everyone's off bloody work for a week. Adam's off work. Cycling with Russ is off work. Cycling with Russ is a great cycling channel, by the way. A guy lives near us.
Yes.
Just up road a bit in Royton. Hey, Russ, I went to Royton with somebody I support last week. That shop, is it called Boys? BOYES or something else? Bloody brilliant. The guy I support bought shorts and a vest and some underwear, and I bought socks. But it's one of those shops that sells everything.
Yeah. Good stuff.
It's brilliant. It's all right, Ryan Precinct.
Yeah, cheers for popping in, Ross. And I hope everything is going great in your world and you're getting lots of cycling in. Yeah, we've certainly had the weather for it.
Oh, stop bragging, Becky. It's off for 3 more bloody weeks, though.
Good for you, Becky. Take it. Take everything you can. That's what I say. Take everything you can. Yeah, we've both said we need a break. We do. And it is on the cards. But unfortunately, without going into boring you with too much detail, the place that we were looking to go to and hopefully do a little bit of vlogging in the Lake District, sadly isn't going to be open for much longer, is it? So we don't know whether we're going to get there. But yeah, a trip away for at least a couple of nights is definitely on the cards. We get to the end of Pride season and we start to wind things up a little bit. We're hoping to just have a couple of nights away, switch off, and just relax for even if it's just 70 odd hours. You know what I mean? Neither of us want to burn out, and that was why we kind of made the decision together collectively this morning and had a chat about what can we realistically do today.
Yeah, it's like we had, it's you know, had we done what we normally do on the channel, we'd have been filming for several hours at the allotment, then rushing back here to do a Sunday live in the kitchen in the afternoon. Immediately after which, Jason would have started editing the allotment vlog.
And I'd have still been editing now, most likely.
Oh God, there's no doubt about it. It would have been about 11:30 tonight before you'd finished after the dinner gap.
Yeah. Quite possible. Yeah.
And we were just like, do you know what? No, we're not doing it.
Can't be done.
And it's not like we're beholden to you lot or anything. We're not like, oh, we owe you everything. We're like, it's no major thing missing an allotment vlog. There's been 73 in a row. And today we knew we weren't doing much down there, didn't we? And we didn't. We harvested. Like I showed you that picture at the start.
Yeah, harvested and just had a little bit of a tidy up.
Yeah, we were going to do some stuff, but we didn't get answered back quick enough about the lawnmower. But we've got another route to that now, another way to contact. So that might be quicker next week. Yeah.
But as well, going back to what Paul was saying, we do set our bar quite high with the channel. We like to be as consistent as we can, but also, you know, I think many of yous, we did give reasonable warning to many weeks ago that we were going through Pride season and it was going to be a bit,
things were going to be a bit kind of
up and down.
So, you know, some things have to give, and this time, because it hasn't before, it was the allotment vlog and the Sunday live. But yeah, that's why I wanted to do this tonight, because I said, look, if we're not going to do a live in the afternoon, let's at least have an hour chat in the evening. Because we're very aware that not only is it our opportunity to have a chat with you guys, it's your guys' opportunity to have a chat with each other. And as the kind of admins, I suppose, of this community, when it's interactive like this, that's important to us.
Definitely. I want to read Russ's comment. I've highlighted it because it's pretty awesome. I have big news. Me and Amy have been going through IVF, and she's now 18 weeks pregnant. It's been a long road, but fingers crossed we will get a bambino in January next year.
Oh, nice.
Many congratulations.
Congratulations to you both.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, absolutely awesome. All the very best to you on that one. Oh, nice. Lots of nice comments from lots of lovely people.
We are indeed Oldham lads. JBVD.
Yes.
Oldham.
Yeah, fabulous news. So we're thinking tonight after the live, we're having a little drinky now. I'm enjoying, Paul, you've already explained what yours is, isn't you? Isn't you? I'm having a little lager from Aldi. Aldi's little bottles. They're about £4. Lovely
And
French
Iceland
lager.
do loads of these cocktails in a can. They're all 4%, so they're not like kill you or anything. And they're just lovely for an evening, you know.
Yes, we're thinking after the live stream tonight that we might watch the new Predator film, Prey. Because we've been hearing very good things about it. So we might just do that. And we've also, just over the course of the last week or so, started watching the new season of Umbrella Academy, haven't we?
We have, yes. I posted something about that, and then one of the people I work with said, kind of like, well, I haven't started watching that yet. It's like, well, you've just given me a spoiler, so I'm not going to.
No, we don't. No, we don't have to say anything about it other than that we're thoroughly enjoying it. And that's not a spoiler, is it?
No, although it was in the news massively about Elliot.
Ah, of course. Yes.
And how would they handle that?
Yeah.
I'll just say beautifully.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
all. And then I'll move on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're back in work tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Back in work tomorrow, and then another Pride next Saturday night. And then something a week on Tuesday at home.
Oh yeah. I've got that day off work, haven't I?
So that.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Need it really.
And then that following weekend, nothing. So we're going seeing a friend in Northampton.
We are.
Overnight.
Yes.
And then the weekend after that, we're back with more bookings.
Yeah. And
then they start slowing down, which is a good and a bad thing. I'll probably cry and get emotional when they all end. But it's been an incredible season.
It has. It really has, hasn't it?
Yeah. It
really has. One Love Dre says, and there isn't a specific answer to this at this point, but is Tesco the best vegan supermarket? What would you say, vegan guys? You ended the video with a question. He.
Well, that's because there's going to be more vlogs with the same question.
Yes. We're on a journey, One Love Dre. We're on a journey. Even though we've done over 100 shopping vlogs already over the last few years, in 2022, we need to just do a little bit more investigating to come to our conclusion as to what is the best supermarket in England for vegans. So we can't answer it just yet, but the answer will be coming soon, definitely.
Hi Kelly. No, we haven't tried the cider, but I'm glad you have. I know about it already because you posted it as a comment on a post that was completely unrelated to. Because I remember reading it and thinking, why she posted that on this post?
Like in a thread?
No, in a post on those vegan guys' page.
Right. Yeah.
So it would have been about something specific, and then there was just this picture of this cider, and I found this and it's vegan friendly, and I was like, oh yeah. Don't like cider.
I'm not a massive. I like cider, but I'm not a massive fan of sort of the commercial fizzy ciders. I like a more of a cloudy.
Yeah,
cider.
And I don't like cherry flavored things.
No, you're not a big fan, are you? Nope. No, I'm not a massive fan of
cherry. Which is weird because I like cherries.
Yeah,
but it always has that sour thing. I like sour as well. I guess I just don't like artificial cherry flavouring.
There you go. Yeah. And Cycling with Russ says, those beers from Aldi are great. One of my favourites. They really are, aren't they, Russ? Like, I'm genuinely impressed.
Oh, yeah, we've not been Aldi for ages, have we?
No, not for a good while.
No.
But I think Ashley or somebody else, it might not have been Ashley actually. Sorry, Ashley. Somebody in that vegan group the other day shared that Aldi have got a new rainbow wrap type thing.
Yeah, with a kind of beetroot. A beetroot wrap with lots of rainbow veg in it. Yeah,
it might be worth having a look for at some point, I think. Oh, the chat is thick and fast as always, which we do like to see.
You know what we had last night is a treat, because I have like one pig day. I call it a pig day, with it's a complete term of endearment. Pigs, given the chance, will eat what they want when they want. Nobody's stopping it. One day a week I have a pig day. And yesterday was it. So we had one of those ZZ's brownies that you find in the freezer at Tesco. Man, dude, woman,
they're so good.
Them, get one. They're great. They're so good.
Yeah,
so good.
Adam says, I was going to watch Prey tonight, but you guys put this live on. My mates have watched it and they've said it's the best Predator film ever. So I'm thinking I'll watch it tomorrow. Nice one.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what the kind of time is on it, won't we? As in
hour and 40, I told you before.
Oh, right. Well,
hour and 40 is a very respectable time for a film, isn't it? Yeah,
absolutely.
Becky says, how's little Miss Isis? She's fine. She's fine and dandy. I think she's upstairs having a little sleep at the moment. Or she could be out possibly in the back garden, but I think she's upstairs. Earlier on, before we went out to the allotment,
she went missing, didn't she?
She went missing, which is a rare thing. We were both shouting her in the back garden. I walked about 3 houses down. She
normally stays kind of in the vicinity, or she's upstairs in one of her hiding spots or one of her cozy spots. Couldn't find her. Where was she? Yes,
she was about 3 houses down, just sat in the middle of their garden.
At the front, though.
On the front,
not in the back.
I had to go and pick her up, carry her, and then I got about halfway back to our house, and she wasn't happy with me carrying her, so she jumped out, ran up the street, then came back into the front gardens, bombed it back down again, down our little alleyway, around past the bins,
and then casually walked in the kitchen and started eating.
There you go. So there's the ISIS update. Yeah.
Becky said your Tesco is amazing. Actually, it is. We have to own that. The kind of one.
Yeah.
That one in Oldham.
Yeah. The
big one, the Tesco Extra. It's really, really good. Really good. Northampton, call into Birmingham and say hello.
I think we're going to, Adam, although that invite is greatly appreciated, I think it's going to be quite a full-on visit with our friend in Northampton. And generally, it's, well, we've just got a lot to catch up on. We've got a lot to catch up on with her and a lot to do over a sort of 48-hour period, haven't we, down there?
It won't be 48 hours either. It'll be 36.
Oh, sorry.
Well, if 48 hours would be staying there 2 nights, we'll stay 1 hour.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
So
yeah.
kind of like 36 hours. But yeah, we've not been to see her in a new house yet. We might, from all these places, Adam, you've been sharing in Birmingham, we might actually need to do a meet up in Birmingham one night, because one, a load of people that can't get to Manchester might be able to get to Birmingham. And two, have you seen the places he's been sharing in Birmingham?
I've seen some, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm not having it.
Animals Are Innocent, thank you so much for the super chat and the support. It is greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And indeed they are.
Nicola says, hello, awesome souls. I think she's talking about us and all you lot. So, hello, Nicola. Thank you for being here.
Oh, a lovely man, when we got off stage yesterday, came up to us and said, thank you for speaking out for the animals. We had 5 little dogs on leads. 5. He said, 4 of these are rescues. But yeah, thank you for speaking out for the animals. Not enough people do. And I was like, oh,
that's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For saying that.
That's nice.
Of course I'm going to.
2 questions here, both reasonable questions and I think fairly easy to answer. The first one from Adam. Any more news on Harriet? Has she been sold yet? Adam, good question. I'm going to give you the very nutshell version of what's gone on with Harriet. She sat on the driveway for about a week. The other night, we cleared her out. To everything, and there was a lot of stuff to clear out. It took me probably the best part of an hour to do it. The battery's been charged. She has been brought back to life, and I'm hoping that within the next week we can get her sold, and then it's done, because we're both now, you said yourself earlier, didn't you, we kind of don't want to see her on the drive anymore.
No, especially not just sat there.
It's a bit upsetting.
If someone could be driving her.
Yeah.
And, you know, she could still get some use.
And even though many of you who saw the Karen vlog, or, you know, some of you will be aware, Harriet isn't in the best condition. She has got an MOT until the end of November. And I think with a little bit of TLC, someone could probably use her as a runaround for another 12 months. I think they could probably get another 12 months out of her as a runaround.
They could take the engine out, because apparently there's nothing wrong with the engine at all. It's a really good engine.
Yeah. So that's the update on that. Fact FC UK says, is performing at a local Pride a big money earner?
What's big money? Define your perception of big money.
Yes.
But no. local prides don't have huge budgets, but they're I believe the most important prides because they're free and accessible to everybody. And that means that anybody that's struggling with their identity or with acceptance of who they are, they have the chance to go rather than paying for a wristband at somewhere like Manchester Pride, which is quite significant. I mean, it's like paying to go to a gig. You know, it's like 50 quid.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no, they're not big money earners, and if they do get big funding to spend big money, they'll usually spend it on somebody with a name.
Yeah, and on the stage.
Yeah, and
lighting and sound and everything.
Kind of everything. So no, they're not big money earners at all. Do we earn from them? Of course we do. I think almost every entertainer who does them does.
Yeah. But the clue is in the fact, as Paul said, there's another little fly here now.
I know.
Time of year. The clue, as Paul said, is that most, if not all, smaller local prides, even Liverpool Pride, which isn't really small at all. Liverpool's a big place, free to attend. And of course, if it's free to attend, then they're not going to generate money off wristbands or tickets or anything. So, you know. Still prefer them.
Oh, why do you mistreat your Hyundai accent?
KH.
Why would you do that? Be nice. Is it a boy or a girl? Or a they or a them? Whoever they are, be nice to them. They take your places, and I don't believe cars are alive. I'm not stupid.
Do you know?
Yeah, no. But I believe that they are filled with the energies of everything that has occurred in them. And that stays, much like houses. Houses are filled with memories. Cars are filled with memories of the places that they've taken you to and who you've been over the years that you've had them. And they know you better than anybody, and they're reliable. And, you know, this is why I have such a... And plus, the reason we have such an attachment to this car is because it was my dad's dying wish that we have this car.
Yeah.
Because he knew that the work we did at the time with Pink Triangle Theatre was massively important, and he wanted that to be easier for us. And by goodness, it was with Harriet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was much easier.
It was.
And then she ferried the vegan queens around as well for 5 years. So there's a lot of memories in her. But there are bits that we've taken from her into Karen.
Yes.
So we've always got them. We've always got a part of her. And now it's time to, sometimes you have to let go to move forward.
And also, the last little thing I'll just say on that point, because Paul has kind of spoken about it so eloquently and succinctly, I'll just say as well, it's very rare in this day and age now for many people to drive a car for 10 years. Most people don't drive the same car for 10 years anymore now. Most people switch and upgrade at least every 2 to 3 years.
Right.
That's quite common, certainly in England anyway. It's very common for people to, you know, swap the cars out every few years. So for us to drive a car for 10 years, aside from obviously it being your dad's and everything, there's that as well. Like you said, memories.
Julie, hello from Ajijik, Mexico.
Come for a visit. Guaranteed you would have a fun time. Julie, thank you.
Isn't a mojito Mexican?
I have no idea.
I'm drinking a mojito right now. Isn't that Mexican, Julie? Or am I just stupid?
Cheers for popping in, Russ. Take care and all the best.
Love to the missus.
Yes. Becky N. Cars aren't alive. No! Hey, I was brought up on Herbie. For anybody who knows, the Herbie films with the VW Beetle number 53. So I kind of always had a bit of a thing that cars were alive, you know.
Cage, change your oil.
Yeah.
Would you leave a female you loved in dirty knickers? No, change your oil.
Ew. just to completely switch from that subject back to what I was talking about before, because I mentioned Herbie, Dad's popped into my head now, Mum and Dad. So I'll just take a moment before I forget to say hello, Mum and Dad. Love to yous both, and lovely to see you earlier on today down at the allotment. Yeah.
I saw the plum tree when we got there, and I said, phone your Mum and Dad.
You did, didn't you?
Phone Mum and Dad, see if they want to come down for a brew, because there are way too many here for us. So them 2 boxes I showed you the picture of today, Mum and Dad took one home to share with Auntie Pearl. I've shared one with, well, give some to my neighbour, give some to my mum. We've got a load in the fridge that I'm going to make a plum tart tatin.
I'm looking forward to it already.
So am I.
Oh, by the way, Auntie Pearl, much love also.
Much love,
much love. Yeah, hope you enjoy some of the stuff off Mum and Dad. Yes. And we've heard the story about your random potato growing in the front garden, or should I say potatoes that mysteriously appeared out of nowhere. That's wonderful. Very, very cool.
Good night, Angela. Take care, my love.
Yes, good night, Angela. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Squeaky McSqueakington.
Nice one, Ashley. That's great. Oof, oof.
Oh, we missed a load. I'm sure you've gone past that.
I must have. That I just highlighted. There it is. That's where I was up to. Yeah.
Right.
Excellent. So no, we're fine. We're fine. Caroline, thank you for being here this evening. I hope you enjoy taking the dog out for a walk.
Take care, my love.
Catherine, that's lovely of you. Catherine says, love you guys. You're so real, and your videos when you go to the supermarkets, vegan food shops are so helpful. Thank you. Yeah, Scotland the same with the car thing. Fair dues. And thank you for the kind words, Catherine. Adam says, Paul, I'm making an assumption, but I bet your dad was a right laugh. Seeing Mama Joan on vlogs, he must have been. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I am very much a combination of them both, and somehow it worked out.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've definitely got elements of them both. He could drink you under the table, could have a syrup.
Some lovers of the Herbie films in the community. That's nice to see. Becky, Deneen. If you've never seen any of the Herbie films, by the way, it's well worth tracking them down and having a look at least Herbie Goes Bananas or Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo.
Mitchell, that's how my brain works. But my brain also works in this way. There have been times, listen carefully to what I'm about to say. There have been times when I've put a spoonful of coffee granules in a cup, and then some compunction in my brain has said, get a little bit more, because the family of the ones you've already put in your cup are there. Don't leave them. So spiritual, some might call it that. How was your dinner, buddy? Did you have it? Did you have the roasted veg? We did, and it was delicious.
It really was, wasn't it?
It was so good.
So nice. Victoria in the house. I know you've been there a while as well. So thank you for being here. Hi chaps, what time would you say is the optimum yellow sticker time? No matter what time we're in our local supermarkets, the reductions never seem to be as big as the ones you've shown. It's a great question.
For example, on Sunday, when Tesco shuts at 4, 3.
Yeah.
I'd say about half an hour before closing time.
Generally,
actually. Yeah. Although if it's a supermarket that shuts really late, somewhere between 7 and 8 is usually the time when they start doing all the yellow stickering.
Yeah, and I suppose the other thing as well is, like, there's been times where we've actually asked, you know, we've been in supermarkets on a few occasions, and just now and again we'll ask a member of staff, we'll just say, roughly what time do you start reducing stuff out of the chilled section? And they'll say, oh, it's usually around 7. A couple of weeks ago I went in, and it was around that time, I think it was after I'd finished teaching guitar or something, and there was like nothing reduced. And I had a word with one of the staff members, and they were like, oh, sorry, we're just running late tonight. We've not reduced stuff yet. And that's so it was like they weren't going to be reduced to like 8 o'clock. A difficult one to answer, but it's a good conversation to have, because I think sometimes a lot of people do miss out on these yellow sticker bargains, and there really, really is some bargains to be had. isn't there? There really is.
I've got a little bit of news for you as well. This is just to tease a bit of news, but very soon on the channel, although we haven't confirmed a date yet, but it will be happening. I'm going to be having a video chat with Jordan, the founder and I suppose CEO.
I don't know if you would want that title, but
of Vegan Camp Out.
Yeah,
we're going to be having a chat about all kinds of things,
all sorts.
How it started, the controversies, and how they've dealt with them, and so yeah, look forward to that. I'm looking forward to chatting to him because I still think what the lad did is fantastic, and I'd love to know how he came up with the idea and how it kind of started. And I'm sure many of you would like to know that too. But I'd also like to know what it's been like dealing with these controversies, and you know, I fully expect him to pull him about things I've said on the channel, because I've had some negative things to say about Vegan Camp Out. But I do that. I said to Jason tonight, I have negative things to say about. I tell you what it is with me, it's fame. Because I said to Jason, why is it always people who've been on telly or who've always got a name for themselves that are speakers and stuff at these places? And you see, Jason was like, because that's how the world works. That's what sells tickets.
That's how the industry works.
And I was like, well, I know that, but it still pisses me off. It does. You know, I think the world in general should much more support up and comers, because those who've already got there, they're there. They've done it. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, so I'm looking forward to having a chat, and I think it's highly likely after the chat that we will be going to Vegan Camp Out next year. So I shall lay those foundations right there.
So there you go. Progress, developments, updates, exciting things on the cards. It's been a little over a year since we did a spicy chili taste test on this channel. That's coming up on the channel soon with our good friend Stuart, who will be joining us. And he said he would, so we has to now.
We bought the bomb. The bomb.
He bought the bomb.
You told me to.
The bomb, for anyone who is unaware, is a very, very hot sauce.
Apparently, it's the worst tasting one on the entire Hot Ones lineup. Everyone says it's horrible. It's just heat.
And it's in...
it has no redeeming qualities.
No. And that's universal, isn't it? It's currently in the 8th position on Hot Ones, isn't it, this year?
Yeah.
Becky, I just highlighted that because I was like, I had a Nissan Micra for years.
Micro.
I think it's a type error. Micro. It's a Micro. It's a Nissan Micra.
Did they not do a Micro as well?
Not that I'm aware of. Becky, if I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm sure that's a Nissan Micra. If I'd have had the money to repair all the rust, I'd still have it now. Loved it so much and was sad when it had to go to car heaven. We were the same with our Nissan Micra.
We had two. We started with
a red one.
We started with a red one with no electric windows, no sunroof.
It didn't have anything. It didn't have power steering.
No. But
the second one was
a
better.
good little runner.
Yeah.
And then we got a second, same red Micra, but this one had a sunroof and a
CD player.
It had a good stereo system in it, and we were like, oh yeah, all right.
Yeah. Love them. Love Nissan Micras.
What else was it?
That's it.
Straight to Harrier.
Yeah. Yes. Good times. Good times.
Yeah. Cool. That jumped. Bloody hell. It did jump.
Alex, yes, great film. Very different. Speaking of Herbie, have you seen Christine?
Yes.
Great film. Yeah, I think it's a great film. I like it, but I like a lot of the Stephen King films.
I like it, but I don't love it.
Oh, Yvonne's first car was a VW Bug. That's nice. Another Herbie film lover, vegan runner. Fabulous. Good films. Good films. Family films. Heartwarming. Funny. Very funny in places. Thanks for joining us, Pauline, and good evening to you too.
So I was speaking, I'm scrolling. The chat moved very fast. But I don't know why. 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 all of a sudden.
It's thick and fast, isn't it?
Sharon, no, we haven't tried the new and improved This Isn't Chicken. Is it that bad? Has anyone else tried it? Sharon's not happy with it at all. She says she won't buy it again.
Nice one, Victoria. Some great deals to be had. There's no space in the freezer now, so I'll have to get on with eating some of it. What a shame.
Becky, I couldn't tell you about recently because we haven't been since 2019, but they were very decent portaloos, weren't they?
Yeah. I mean, as good as it's going to be at any festival, really. I mean, I think
they were proper toilets. They were actually
they were
little
proper
shed thing.
cubicle.
Yeah. With little stairs up to them.
Yeah.
And it was a proper toilet that flushed.
Yeah. They had some other ones as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
But it really wasn't that bad. It was better than, it was the best that I've experienced going to festivals over the years. And I think really the only time that I noticed it was getting a little bit messy was like the last day, when it was just, it's just difficult, isn't it, with public toilets generally. But for the most part, like Paul said, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad an experience.
Mitchell got waylaid playing Halo and didn't make the roasted veg after all, so he's going to make it tomorrow instead.
Ah, okay. Fair dues.
You've played the Halos, haven't you?
Yeah, played and completed all of them up until us transitioning from Xbox 360 to PC. And I've not played a Halo game on PC, I don't think. Memory serves.
You know what else, Becky? I mean, it might not be good for you, but you could always buy a Shiwi. I was telling Ashley this, so to buy a Shiwi. A Shiwi.
Why are you whispering?
A Shiwi and an empty bowl in your tent. And then when it's just a wee, you don't need to.
It's a fair point.
And then you pour it down a grid of summer. So it's where it all goes into the sewers.
I suppose.
And then, you just go for number 2. Pick your times wisely.
Mitchell says playing Halo 4 at the moment. Not got 5 yet. Cool. Ice, when are you going to Wing Yip again? We actually went not that long ago. But we don't vlog every time we go to Wing Yip because that'd just be boring.
We pretty much get the same thing.
Yeah, we did pretty much.
But we went recently because we hadn't had our Chinese platter for ages, and it was on a recent meals vlog, so we'd gone just before that.
Yeah,
but yeah, we didn't vlog it. There you go, Becky. Lady knickers. But then you've literally got to piss your own pants then, haven't you? Like purposefully.
Yeah, you have to make a conscious decision.
I am going to wet my pants.
To wet yourself.
And if that's an issue you have to deal with, then I'm very sorry for anybody. I know plenty of people that have that issue.
Yeah.
But a Shiwi in a bottle I'd go for.
Excuse me. KH, Paul, you are so real in a gentle way. Nice. Yeah, there's always workaround solutions for these things. Do you know what I mean? In terms of festivals and comfort. The one thing that we've learned over the years is you want to try and be as comfortable as you possibly can.
Absolutely.
Particularly if you're camping out of a car. If you're out hiking with a rucksack, then it's very difficult. But if you're camping out of a car, take everything that you possibly can to be as comfortable as you possibly can.
I have a wee bottle in the car, actually. I bought a proper one, a plastic wee bottle off Amazon because I was tired of using an Oasis bottle and it was unsightly. So I was like, why don't we just get a proper thing? Because when we're on a long motorway trip and we don't necessarily want to stop at a service station, because that's like 20 minutes in it. To just pull in, go to the loo and get back onto the motorway.
It can be.
It's like sometimes I'm just like, where's my bottle?
Yeah. Occasionally, very occasionally.
But
it's good that it's there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's more there for emergencies.
Definitely. Yeah.
Right, let's start winding this down now.
Yes.
I like to give you all plenty of notice so that you know, everyone gets a chance to say goodbye with each other. And if you want to continue the conversation, you've enjoyed chatting with people tonight, you're on Facebook. We do have a group on Facebook, that vegan group, Vegan Food and Friendships. Over 3,000 members now, a lot of really lovely people. Answer the question to say that yes, you will be a decent human being to other people. To get in, come and join the group and, you know, start a conversation there and keep it going. Otherwise, you know, don't forget to chat in the comments of the vlogs, because those comments really do help.
Big time.
As Vivian Tries says, they help take us to the top of YouTube.
Yeah, very, very true. Oh, we've got 124 in the house and 124 thumbs up. That's nice when it mirrors, you know, when it mirrors. But thank you all for just being here, understanding that our upload schedule is a little bit whoa at the moment.
Yeah, it's been, everyone knows, you know, everyone's very aware that it's been kind of crazy. I'm hoping that some of you have seen the pictures of, I'll just show you one.
Oh,
I'll just show you that. And that's the vegan queens and a fabulous young lady on stilts at Bolton Pride yesterday. She's not focusing on it, is it?
Not really. I think that's pushing the camera to the limits, isn't it? Really, a little bit like trying to focus on a picture on a phone.
Well, it did it before with a veg.
Did it?
And that was us on stage at Bolton Pride. You need to go to the Vegan Queens page on Facebook and check all these pictures out.
Focus. Thank you.
Because there's lots of really good pictures of pretty much everything we've been doing for the last couple of months. So yeah, it's worth.
It is.
What's Alex asking?
Can I ask, where do you get pizza? Get one since Aldi stopped selling them and Morrison's are tiny microwave ones, takeaway ones are extortionate. Do Iceland do them?
I think Iceland do a couple of them, but Tesco. And if you've got a club card, it's like that ActorReactor Pomodoro one.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favourite pizza of all time. It's just basically lots of different coloured cheddar tomatoes on top. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so simple.
I think you can.
I think it's £2.
Yeah. Tesco's is your best bet, really, isn't it? I would say definitely. I mean, Sainsbury's as well. If you've got a Sainsbury's near, they do their own that fake pepperoni one with it's got a bit of spice to it.
Oh yeah,
there's like
Spicy Feast, I think it's called. It's lovely.
That's a nice
really
one.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm right glad we've spent this time with you all this evening. We definitely wanted to do something. So yeah, please do be aware that there's not going to be an allotment vlog tomorrow. But our meals vlog will be up as normal on Tuesday, and then hopefully there'll be something else later in the week. You know, we'll get back into the normality of things soon enough. But as you know, we've been very, very busy with the vegan quint, and that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing.
I think KH said it before, further up in the chat. When the sun's shining, you got to make the hair.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah. But we're glad to have a chat with you tonight, and for everyone to have a chat with each other. Please do remember the group if you fancy chatting more over there. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And thank you for the super chats, you lovely folk.
Yes.
Very much appreciated.
As we often say, all of the support in all of the many different ways is massively appreciated. And the main reason for all of this, everything that we do, and I know many of you know this, is to get the down-to-earth vegan message out there to as many people as possible. Because over the years that we've been doing this, people have told us it works. And it's that simple. That's what we want to do. We want to get more people connected with us.
And with each other.
Yeah.
I love you, mister.
Love you.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Thank you to our only moderator this evening, Ashley, the lovely Leanne's singing choir, and yeah, so we'll see you again soon. Till then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.
Cool.